All right, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Want to welcome everybody to tonight's Google Hangout. Our presentation here with the Millionaire Ambassador Club organization. We're extremely excited, okay, about everything that's going on with our money making team. We have some amazing people we partner with, guys. Um, we just have an awesome system that we have running that's producing passive residual income for so many people that have seen the vision and taken action. Okay. And also, we're learning a lifelong skill set on how to put your money to work for you. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to just tell you first about our amazing project and a little bit about myself and why we chose this particular vehicle. Okay. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to jump right into the information. I'm going to share my screen. All right. So, the company that we partner with is called iMarkets Live. And the reason is because several months ago, actually back in December, actually back in November, we got a call from a young gentleman who was a part of our organization in another project, and he didn't really have a whole lot of success. However, he came over to this company and learned a skill called forex trading. He actually took a small amount of money. I want to say $100 to $200, okay, and he turned it into over $12,000 in a couple of months. And we were just, my partner and I were just very, very impressed by that. Okay. What he was able to do in a short period of time, the information he was able to obtain and put to work. And we just thought, hey, if we're able to do anything close to this and we can show people how to do this, we have an amazing movement that we can take charge of and bring to the world. So that's what we did. Guys, the name of this project again is called iMarkets Live. And let me tell you what I'm going to talk to you about today. I'm going to talk to you about number one, how people make money. Number two, our financial vehicle. What is IML? Number three, how you can make money and how much you can make with us. Okay. And number four, how to get started. So again, about myself, I'm actually born and raised in Virginia, Central Virginia, Richmond area, 804. Guys, I went to Virginia State University, got my degree in business management. And it was at Virginia State when I was able to read this book right here. Okay, what I'm gonna tell you about how people make money. I read this book called Rich Dad Poor Dad, and it really educated me about the four avenues of income that everybody generates their money from. Okay, this is the four avenues. Either you're an employee, you're a self-employed person, which means either you work and trade your time and effort for somebody else's money. And if you don't work, you don't get paid. Or you're, again, self-employed, which means you are the system, which of course means if you don't work, you don't get paid. 95% of the population generates their income from this means, okay? And that's why 5% of the population controls 95% of the wealth, because they put those 95% of the people put they put 60% of the people to work in their system, okay? And they invest in businesses and invest in operations to which the other 35% may work and run, right? So understand something. 5% of the population controls 95% of the wealth. What are they doing? Well, they're business owners and they're investors. So when I was in college, I learned this. And my mom also taught me something. She said, if you're a business owner and if you're an investor, there are some serious tax benefits that are not privy to the left side of the quadrant. Okay, that if you're just an employee, you're going to get eaten alive in taxes. Self-employed, in 1986, they changed the tax laws to make most high income employees, self-employed people, pay a lot of taxes. So understand something. If you want to take advantage of the tax system, the way it was set up to benefit the business owners and the investors. Okay. So that's what we're going to talk to you about today. How to make money work for you so you can make money off of money. Okay. And if you want to, we're going to show you how you can create a business system from iMarkets Live. Okay. So fast forward a little bit about me today. I told you why we got started. Okay. what sparked us to get started. But really, we wanted to learn this lifelong skill set of being able to put our money to work. So that's what I'm going to talk to you primarily about, the investment side. Now, what is iMarkets Live? IML was founded in 2012. We're established in over 120 countries, debt-free and profitable. Corporate team has a lot of experience. We have master traders and cutting-edge robotic software. It was founded by a guy by the name of Christopher Terry. I'll tell you about him in a minute. We're combining two of the most powerful industries that are out there, okay? These industries are the Forex and futures trading industry, also the network marketing industry. Forex and futures trading is a $5.3 trillion per day industry. That you heard it. You heard it right. 5.3 trillion per day. And we've merged that with network marketing. So I'm going to tell you about Forex and futures trading in just a short second, but just to echo network marketing. When I was in college, when I read that book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, it really sparked me to take a serious look at network marketing. I mean, he mentioned network marketing in some of his other books. Matter of fact, he put out a whole book, Robert Kiyosaki did, on network marketing. And the main reason, because it was the best and most accessible vehicle for the average person that doesn't have huge startup capital to get the business training, the experience, and also to build a network, okay? Because the harsh reality of a self-employed person is, let's just say you're a doctor. When you train other doctors in your city, they open up a practice and they're now your competitors, okay? And every time you train new people, even if they pay you, you make linear income. You create your competitors. Why not create a network to where anybody that refers anybody, that trains anybody on how to do what you're doing, if they were linked to you, you could say if they come from your lineage of training, guess what? You make a residual income. That made a lot of sense to me. That's why network marketing is bigger than if you took the whole NBA, which the finals is today. You took the whole NBA, the whole NFL, MLB, this movie industry, and the music industry and all this video game industry. You combine all those together, they don't even come close to network marketing. So I want you to take this very seriously, what I'm sharing with you. This is also a skill that you can learn. But we wanted to learn more than that. We wanted to learn the investment side. So what is Forex? Well, let me give you a real life example of how Forex works. My wife went on vacation to Italy last year for several days. And when she got back, she actually had, when she went over there, she actually had dollars. That's the currency we spend in the US, of course. But in Italy, if you don't know, they spend euros. So you can't do business in dollars. So she had to exchange her dollars for euros. Well, upon her return, she actually had a few euros left. We didn't trade them in eventually. I got started in IML back in December, like I said. And after I started getting the training and I learned about, hey, I saw the chart to say, hey, the value of the euro has gone way up against the dollar. So what that meant was we could trade those euros back in for dollars and get way more dollars. So that's exactly what we did. And that exchange is what we call Forex, okay? Except what we do is we do it from our cell phones, we do it from our laptops, we can do it from the beach with our feet up, sitting in the shade, sipping lemonade. We can do it from the bathroom at the job. We can do it ducking in the cubicle, hiding it at the job, right? We could do it on the cell phone, Wi-Fi, on the airplane. We could do it in jail. I mean, but don't go to jail. I'm just joking. But as long as you have internet anywhere in the world, you can access the Forex markets and make profits. This is a global, decentralized market for the buying and selling of currency. So it's not like the stock market. Guys, it's the biggest financial market in the world. It's the most liquid market in the world. It's open 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. It's not in any centralized location. Again, stock market is about $228 billion flowing through that every single day. Again, Forex is 5.3 trillion moving through that per day. And this is where the big banks play. This is where the big financial institutions play and the big players, big sharks play. Understand, anytime when you take your money and you put it in a bank, you just gave them a loan. You gave them a loan. How do we know? When you put your money in savings account, money market, CDs, all different kind of accounts that they have, how do we know it's a loan? Because they pay you interest. The interest they pay you What is it? 0.01%, 0.1%, 0.15, 1 to 2% maxed out if you're lucky. Flip that and ask them for a loan. Turn around and ask them for a loan. The same bank that's paying you interest, turn around and ask them for a loan. Auto loan, home equity line of credit, credit cards, cash advance. What kind of interest are they charging you on that? Ridiculous amount of interest. They make money on that. But what is the real income source for them? What are they doing with the money that they're loaning you? I mean, excuse me. What are they doing with the money that you're loaning them when you put it in your savings account and all these places, right? They're actually going and trading that money on the Forex markets. Well, I should say CDs and those type of products that if you put them in their bonds, they're trading them on the financial markets. They're trading stocks, bonds, futures, and Forex, okay? And they make way more than 100% profit on your money. Then they turn around and pay you 0.01%, right? Does that sound fair? Well, we're going to show you how to do what they're doing, how to make money like the bank. So this is a guy who started the company, Mr. Chris Terry. He's very, very well respected and well-known trader and educator. He's mentored thousands of people over the last 20 plus years. All right, he's been featured and quoted in 6 books, published over a dozen magazine articles on trading. He's a featured speaker. He's been a featured speaker at the Traders Expo for the last 15 years in New York and Vegas. All kind of accolades, guys. He's traded in big-time accounts. Look, he's traded in his own personal and corporate accounts of over $50 million. Highly documented gentleman. So how can you make money with IML? I'm gonna show you. I told you even the title of this webinar, this hangout, was how to make money hands-free. Let me show you about that. That's fxsignalslive.com. This is a 100% hands-free mirror trading service where it's no experience required. It's very easy to install, and you can access master traders. Let me show you. Let me put this on the screen here. fxsignalslive.com. Go to fxsignalslive.com. Let's just say you want to say, well, let me check these guys out. You can see the master traders. You can see already a lot of our traders in big time profits already. You know, we got some guys that have been at it for weeks, over a year, and look at their returns. We're talking about 137% over the course of 64 weeks. We're talking about, you cannot get this at a bank. You know, look, the first week we have guys in the first couple of weeks over 10% return, you know, 7%. That is amazing, guys. That is amazing. So let's just do a simulation. I want to take somebody has a larger sample size, just because you know, that's a good amount that you can say. Let me take a large sample size. Let's do Mr. Diversity. Mr. Diversity. He started with let's see, back in May of 2015. Started with $1,000. Now is at $2,500. That's a $1,500 profit, $1,523 profit in a year. Where can you do that in the bank? We're talking about set it and forget it now. We're talking about put $1,000 in the account and don't even look at it. And guess what? You turned it into over 2,500. Where can you do that? And let's just say if you just took 2,500 and you put it in an account. Now we have traders that I believe are going to be way more successful than this. But I wanted you to get somebody that had a larger sample size. Okay. Matter of fact, let's you know what? I'm gonna go back to Darwin. I'm gonna go back to Everybody Eats. Let's go to Everybody Eats. And let's just say you matched him. You did exactly what he did. You put $2,500 in there. And let's just say you want to take a little bit more risk. You want to put a risk multiplier of 3. So whatever risk he takes, you take 3 times his risk, right? All right. If you would have done what he did over the last week, if you'd put 2,500, you would have made a $960 profit. Where can you go and do that? Where can you go and do that? Extremely powerful. So, you know what? Let me do that. That's why I wanted you to see a larger sample size, because I wanted you to see what you could be looking at in about a year. Okay, let's say 2,500. If year 1, you put it in the account. I want to put this disclaimer out there. Past performance does not equal future performance. Trading does involve risk, and but this is just for demonstration purposes, right? Because you can see 50 something weeks is a consistent is you can see consistent growth over a year. Okay, so it's something that I say it's pretty solid. You put 2,500 at the end of the first year, you would be at, and this is with the risk multiplier 3, you'll be at 1,300. I mean, excuse me, 13,961. All right, with a profit of 11,000. Not bad. Let's say year 2. Let's say you took 3,900. You just left 10,000 in there. Year 2, take 10,000. You turn it into 55,000. Let's say you took out 25,000. So you just left 30,000 in there. You just want to go on vacation with that, go on a cruise, right? This is year 3 now, 167,000. I believe it's year 3. Let's just say you wanted to take out 67,000 and just leave 100,000 in there. You're going on a bigger cruise now. You're paying off your mortgage. Now you're at 558,000. Let's say you wanted to take 250,000 off of that. So you're at what? 300,000. 5 years, you're at 1.6 million. Now you can take 600,000 and leave 1 million in there. $5 million. I mean, this is how the banks make money, guys. And this is completely hands-free. You might say it's too good to be true. Well, that's why the banks have trillions of dollars in assets, and most people's net worth is negative. Okay, because we never been taught how to make money like the banks. We've never been privy to this information, and so this is just the auto trader. Let me show you what else we have. We have something called a harmonic scanner. This is a 100%. This is actually this is like a cheat sheet, guys. This is a software that actually shows you what's going on in the markets, but it paints a pattern. All you have to do is follow what it says. Let me just kind of show you here. Give me a second. Stuff resets. All right. So you can see here, it tells you where to enter the market. You want to enter here. Okay. You want to enter once the pattern, it paints a pattern on it. It tells you where you want to enter. It tells you where you want to take profit, where you put your stop loss. It tells you if you want to buy or if you want to sell. Okay. How do we know? It tells you the blues are buy, the reds are sells. It tells you how much to risk. So in this example, if you got in a trade, you 1% risk based on my account is 5,000. 1% risk. This is a demo account, by the way, just to show you guys. 1% risk would be $50. But the profit that we'll be looking at is, let me just enter it just to show you. Just gonna do what it says. 3 lots. 3 micros. Really, I wouldn't be looking to buy until it gets into the zone. But let's just, for this example, my risk would be here. Put my stop loss. Put my take profits. So if I'm wrong, if the scanner is wrong, we take a loss of $13. If we're right, we gain $179. So we just set it and forget it. That's just kind of how this works. All right. And it paints patterns all the time. It paints new patterns. And we can see some that were successful here. This one, man, CAD JPY. I should have got into that. This is doing what the scanner said it would do. It came down. It got in this entry zone. If you would have placed the trade, it would have gone up and you'd be in profit. Okay. So that's as simple as that. As simple as that. All right. The next product we have is something called The live trading room. This is where Chris Terry gets in a live room Monday through Friday. He does a New York session 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. He does a London session Tuesday through Thursday, 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. Eastern. Okay. And what he does, he gets in there, he gives us live market education. He get into, he actually um, tells you what to get into, and so you can make profits. Okay. And so he, once you make the profit, it's like he gave you the fish. Then he turns around and teaches you why. He teaches you how to fish. And then at the end, you can show your profits. A lot of people posted profits up in the group chat. And then, you know, I mean, it's just a powerful thing to be a part of. Think about this. What if you could go to the tennis court with Serena Williams every day? You know, what if you could go to the gym with Steph Curry and LeBron and although LeBron need to work on his post game, so he need to go to the gym with Elijah Wan every day. That's another subject. Or what if you can go to the golf course with Tiger Woods before he messed up his back, before he mess with his wife, or mess up with his wife? That's what going to the trading room with Chris Terry is. So you definitely want to plug into that. So everything I just talked to you about, that's how you can make money with IML without recruiting one person or selling one product. Okay, just trading in the financial markets. When you want to add the business into that, it's completely optional. You know, now I do it because I understand that, again, 4% of the population that control, most of the wealth in the country, they make money off of business. They have a business system. So we have a business system here if you want to take advantage of it. So I would rather have 1% of the effort of 100 people than 100% of my own effort. That's what J. Paul Getty says. So it's only 24 hours in a day. How can you work a 100-hour shift? Okay. You put 99 people to work for 1 hour and you work 1 hour, you just worked a 100-hour shift. Very, very powerful principle. So let me tell you about our compensation plan, how you can incorporate this as a business system of leverage, because it's about leverage, guys. Thinking about this, we go to work every single day. We're used to being leveraged. We look around. Matter of fact, when you go to work tomorrow, look to your left, look to your right, look in front of you, look behind you. Understand that it's about incorporating the efforts of other people. We don't understand that because we only been focusing on our 8 hours. But think about the person that's in the position where they're the business owner and they're making a residual income. They're making a profit every single day, every single month on your efforts, on the efforts of all the people to the left, to the right, in front of you and behind you in those cubicles. They're making a profit of all the people's efforts in those executive offices, right? So when are we going to turn around and do the same thing they're doing? Okay, that's the opportunity we have here with IML as far as building residual income off a system where you're putting people to work. Now, we have 9 ways to get paid. The first way is something called a first order bonus. And again, if you're just looking to be a customer, you just want to use the auto trader, you just want to use those products, I got something for you. Hang on. I'm going to show you how you can access all of that absolutely for free. So the first way, as a what we call an IBO, independent business owner, to get paid is anytime you refer somebody to IML as a customer, you're going to earn a $35 commission. You can refer as many people as you want to IML and make $35 every single time. If you refer 3 in your first couple of weeks, you will make $140. That's 35 times 3 plus the extra 35 they throw in there, right? So anytime any of those people that you refer bring somebody to IML, you'll make over $5 and $10 bonuses, and this is paid weekly, okay? Up to 9 levels deep. Very, very powerful way of getting compensated from other people sharing this information and people taking advantage of IML's products and services. So your first goal, if you're a person that says, you know what, I want to access this for free too, and I want to build a business. Okay, I got something for you. If you're a person that says, you know, I want to be a customer, I just want to use the product, I just want to trade, I just want to use auto trader, whatever. I don't really want to build. Cool. Here's how you get your services for free, both of you. Refer 3 people to IML. You refer 3 people that become IML customers. Guess what? You make $150 if you're an IBO. If you're a customer, your card never gets billed. It's absolutely free. Okay. So your first goal, bring 3. Your second goal, help those 3 get their 3. And now you make $600 a month. So wait a minute. You just got yours for free because you shared this with 3 other people that wanted to learn how to trade, 3 other people that wanted to take advantage of the auto trader, or, you know, be a part of a huge community of traders and get educated on this market and use Chris Terry's live room every day, right? And then you help them get theirs for free, and you're making a $600 a month residual income, pay $150 per week. So what if you took it another step further and you just helped those 9 people get theirs for free? Congratulations, you're what we call Platinum 1000 member. You're actually making a $1,000 per month residual income, $250 a week. So think about this. What do you have to do on a job right now to get a $12,000 or $7,200 per year raise right now? Not at the end of the year when you get a good review and all this stuff. Right now, think about that. You can get started with IML and do that immediately. All right. So we have these bonuses, as you can see. Platinum 2,000 and 4,000 is 2,000 a month and 4,000 a month respectively, paid weekly. We have these bonuses to go all the way to 100 grand per month for you big sharks out there. 100 grand a month, $1.2 million per year, broken down into 25 grand a week. Okay, just for having a team of 5,000 members. All right. Now, once you hit the chairman's club, that means your team grows to 500. Not only will you make a bonus every single month with $8,000, but the company will actually pay. They will put 12 grand in a trading account, and they would trade the money on the forex markets and make split the profits with you 70-30. So the 70 goes to you, 30% goes to the company. Now, this is not your money that's being traded. This is the company's money rewarding you just for hitting the chairman's club. And as you progress in rank, okay, the company adds more money. So when you hit chairman 16, the company adds another 24 grand. So now every single month you have 36,000 that's being traded, and you're splitting the profits of that money 70-30. As you get all the way to the top of the comp plan, 531,000. Imagine if you're seeing what we're doing on Facebook. Because let me tell you a couple of stories. When I first got started, we wanted to learn how to trade. We didn't do this as a huge MLM launch, okay? Because we didn't understand. We never knew how big this was going to be. But we just learned how to trade. We just basically plugged into the system and started to learn this stuff. Well, you know, several people on the team started having some amazing results. We started having people take $500 and turn it into 20 grand in the first couple of months, turning $20 into $4,000 in the first month. Some people turn it even to over 70 grand from 500 in the first month. Now, these results are not typical, but they're not isolated. Okay, so I want you to understand, guys, we have something that if you have the auto trader, if you have 531,000 in an account and you're getting 70% of the profits and you didn't put the money up, this is a life-changing income. Think about if 10%, you got 10%, because Darwin Lopez, everybody eats, he already has grown at 10% in the first couple of weeks. Okay, imagine, let's just say he gets to 20% on the month. Guys, that's a $100,000 per month bonus just on this alone. And it's not from anything else. This is straight from trading. Okay, very powerful stuff. Now, residual bonus. This is the 3x8 matrix. It's about timing and positioning. Everybody that is invited to this hangout, somebody invited you, they have 3 spots at the top of their matrix. You want to take advantage of them. You definitely don't want to miss out on a huge wave of growth of all of these people that take advantage of the auto trader. Millions of people are going to take advantage of this when they find out it's a hands-free service that they can use to grow their money. People are looking for something to be able to retire on. Okay, so this is something you might have thousands of customers flood your matrix, and you want to take advantage of that position. Okay, so anybody you refer to the matrix, you get a 100% match on the matrix bonus. So if you help 3 people make $1,000 in the matrix, you make $3,000. It's that simple. So how do you get started? Well, it's only $195 if you want to get started as a customer. Okay, what does that include? Again, that includes the auto trader, which is the FX Signals Live. That includes the harmonic scanner. That includes the live room with Mr. Chris Terry. And let me show you one other thing that it includes, guys. It also includes, it also includes, we just go to our Facebook groups. Chats are pop, by the way. I should have left. I should have left the chats up, right? Don't mind the funny stuff on my Facebook page. You got a lot of friends that keep me amused here. But let me just show you our group. You are admitting yourself to a network and a team of traders. Let's look at this. The Millionaire Ambassadors Club. That's the name of our team. Okay. So from a networking perspective, you're part of a huge brand that's been very popular. That people, we have some serious leaders over here that just we're a very mature, professional, and developed group. Okay, so it's not a lot of, it's no drama and you know issues and all that kind of stuff. We're not about that. We're about edification and integrity. All right. Um, but when you're part of this organization, we have all kind of, even we have, I don't know if you noticed this when FX Signals Live, when you go to traders, one of the master traders is actually part of the MAC team. All right. So we get expert advice from one of IML's master traders in here. We also have just a tremendous amount of support with our, let me see, here, MAC Forex. We provide just very supportive as a team. We always create new tools, new presentations. We have stuff going on every single day. You do new team member training. So if you're just getting started, we're not just sending you to watch videos and be by yourself. You're in business for yourself and not by yourself. That's if you're in business, if you would just want to trade by yourself, you can do that on your own. The value of being part of IML and being part of the MAC team is you're not by yourself. We give you team trades together. We have the Telegram app where we send out signals. We just do so much for the team. Right now we have in our team retreat is in Fort Lauderdale, June the 24th. We're doing a big launch in Atlanta next weekend, June the 11th. Okay, so and it's just a huge community of traders. You can ask. If you have any question on anything you have question with, just ask it in our chats. Ask it. You're going to be part of our Facebook chats. Ask these questions in the chats. Nobody gets left behind. We give out signals in the chats. So guys, look, I said all to say, I'm not trying to overwhelm you with information. I'm just trying to show you. You got all the support, everything you need to make sure you're successful. Let me tell you something. 195 is nothing. I was in the mall a couple of weeks ago and I saw a kiosk and it was about a business that shows you how to trade online. Okay. However, it costs $1,000 per day and you have to sign up for a minimum of 12 days. I know people that pay $50,000 to learn how to trade. I know people that have made millions and millions of dollars were paying a five-figure cost to learn this skill. We're giving it away, and we have people making a ton of money. $200, $145 a month. And if you want to build a business with it, it's only extra $15. So you can get started as a customer. Try it out, see how it works. See how the auto trader works. See if you can, take advantage of the results that we've been getting with flipping your money, right? And take advantage of everything. Look, it's only $200 to get started. I don't know where you can. If $200 is a problem, you really need to evaluate your situation. You really definitely need to get started in this today. Okay, and if you don't want to pay $145, just refer 3 people. That simple. With that being said, guys, my name is Josh Gray L. Get back with the person that invited you to this webinar and get started. Get your questions answered. By the way, if you have, just to give you one more resource, go to currencymovers.com. 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 It has everything you need to get educated, do your due diligence to see if this is the project for you. I'm telling you right now it is. But for you analytical folks, definitely go there and do your due diligence. That being said, God bless and good night. I'll see everybody at the top. Peace and love.